I help purpose-driven entrepreneurs get more leads and sales into their business using Pinterest and blogging and all that good stuff. Today, we're talking about why your business is stuck. And I hear this all the time of I'm struggling, this isn't working, all the things. And so I wanted to talk about 5 things that might be going on. If that's what you're feeling right now, if you're feeling like I'm just stuck, why isn't this actually progressing? What's the problem? So first thing could just be the story that you're telling yourself. And so we all have these limiting beliefs. We all are telling ourselves a story all the time. And it could be that this is too hard. I'm not good enough. Who am I to yada, yada, yada. It's too hard. This will never happen. And so I want you to think, what's that limiting belief that you're telling yourself? And this could be something that you take a good amount of time just figuring out to see what is that limiting belief, and then how could you flip it? So change it. I am good enough. Like success is easy. Telling yourself those new stories. We all have some kind of limiting belief, some kind of story that's gonna keep us where we are if you don't change it. And this is like foundational. I learned so much from Tony Robbins. If you haven't been to his event, Unleash the Power Within, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. So good, life-changing. But figure out what's that story that you're telling yourself. Second thing, I see this all the time. You're consuming information and you're stuck in the cycle of consuming, and you're not creating. And so one of the things that you need to do is create before you consume. So before you go on Facebook, before you watch videos, before you're here on Facebook Live, create content first. So maybe you're writing a blog post, maybe you're creating a podcast, maybe you're going live on Facebook. Whatever that looks like, you need to create content before you just go into a frenzy and consume. You don't need to buy all the courses, okay? This is actually something I tell my clients and all my students in Activate. Stop buying courses. You're not allowed to buy any more courses until we take massive action on this one thing, okay? So create before you consume, and just stop consuming so much content because you really don't need it. Reason number 3 why you're stuck is you're not being resourceful. And this probably comes back to the story you're telling yourself of, I can't afford to hire a virtual assistant, or I can't afford to hire a coach or join a mastermind or whatever it is. And I'll tell you, there's certain things in your business that you just can't afford not to do. And you got to be resourceful, and you just got to figure it out. And so stop telling yourself this story of I don't have the money, because you can find the money. There's a million ways that you can make money in today's economy. Shoot, you could drive for Uber, you could garage sale flip and make an extra $5,000. If you sign a client $1,000 a month, boom, that covers so much. So stop telling yourself this limiting belief, this story that you can't afford it, and see how can I get resourceful and afford it. And I'm telling you, one of the biggest things is I can't afford to hire help. I can't afford to hire a virtual assistant. It's $7 an hour to find someone in the Philippines that can do all the tech stuff that you're wasting so much time doing, that'll free you up so you can do the important things in your business. Which brings me to reason number 4 why you're stuck is you are spending all of your time on the non-money making activities. And so we had a talk on one of our Activate calls because one of our students was spending hours creating graphics on Canva. And I'm like, girl, this is not your zone of genius. And no one is gonna want to sign up to work with you as a client because you have the prettiest graphics. And so you gotta keep the main thing the main thing. And every day ask yourself, what are those money-making activities? What do I need to do today to get to that next level? And so one of the things that I have my students do is I have them fill out a time tracker. And it's what are you spending this hour doing? Is this actually moving you closer to where you want to be? If it's not, you need to change what you're doing every day, right? And so literally maybe you have an alarm on your phone and you have it go off. Is this a money-making activity? If it's not, then can you outsource it or stop doing it altogether? And I think a lot of times I see entrepreneurs just hiding behind these non-money making activities because they're afraid or scared to put themselves out there. Which brings me to number 5, you're scattered and you're not focused on the main thing. Every day you need to show up and you need to add value. And so that could be a Facebook Live, could be a blog post, could be a podcast, could be a YouTube video. I don't care what you do. It's got to be some kind of content that you enjoy doing, and you got to show up. If you're trying to do like a million things, nothing's going to get done. So let's recap 5 reasons why you're stuck. The story that you're telling yourself, you're consuming too much content and you're not actually taking massive action and creating content. You're not being resourceful. You're spending hours on non-money making activities. You're scattered. You're not focused on the main thing. By the way, I've talked about Activate a few times. We have the application up here for those of you who want to get insane, just massive momentum. rachelandgom.com/activate. So this is where we're going to be able to work really closely together over the next 12 months. You're going to get all the support, all the tools, all the resources that you need to really grow and scale your business and do it in a way that brings freedom into your life. So a lot of it's through creating online courses, right? So we've done over $500,000 through an automated online course. I'll share with you how to do that. All that good stuff. So hope this was helpful, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.